Thank you for tuning in today to help us elevate and celebrate this badass boss lady. Today's Babel is Chris Alua. That I know Chris from community efforts. We first met at Rivertown Revival.
Yep.
And you were volunteering in so many ways on so many levels, both just physically and supporting other people who were supporting the event. And you show up 100%. You're a serial entrepreneur, you're organized, you're methodical, and hella fucking fun.
Wow, I've never sounded so good. Right on.
That's why I wanted to interview you. This whole, I want to elevate this idea of a badass boss lady and what that really is and how people show up. I consider you to be an extremely authentic person.
Oh, thank you.
And I think that gives you a lot of power in the way that you show up, how you relate to people, and then in your successes. And so I'd like to talk a little bit about that. So I know you to be both a business owner and an activist in your community. Like, you do a ton of community support. And correct me if I'm wrong, but are you still, or were you the president of the Downtown Association?
No, not the president. There is no, I was on the board of directors.
The board of directors for the Downtown.
For 8 years. It's not hard in Petaluma when you've got such a great community. It's not hard to volunteer and work and be a part of it all. You just miss out if you're not.
Well, that's interesting you say that, because I would say yes. And it takes somebody to create that vibe, or a few somebodies. It has to start somewhere, and people have to carry it in order for it to be awesome.
Yeah, so you can't micromanage something like that. You always have to have, you always have to have your chief.
Right.
But if you don't have your, your Indians, it's not as fun either.
Yeah. Well, that's what I really get from you. And I get from all the things that you do, even working with Lagunitas and event promoting and modeling. You were my superstar model in a fashion show.
I was only with you.
Thank you. It
Not
was
my
awesome.
claim to fame. Never will say it's my claim to fame.
But I have to say, you did it 100%, like everything.
Oh, and I so much fun. Who would
totally admire that. It's great. So how long have you had Lions and Tigers in Hair? That's your salon downtown Petaluma.
My baby. Yeah,
your
that's
baby.
We just celebrated 23 years in January. Wow. Totally cool, right?
Yeah.
And but with everything going on, we've just been back at work for 3 weeks now.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You made it through, but I didn't have really a lot of doubt.
Yeah, well, again, talk about Petaluma and our community. They supported Lions and Tigers. One of my clients actually had a GoFundMe for us because we still had to pay full rent. Yeah. We were, closed 8 months out of 12. And my clients, they did not want to see us go. So they did a GoFundMe and helped us out with the rent, which was amazing.
Amazing. It's just another way. It's another affirmation for you of just how much you put out there, and how much we really appreciate you as your community and your friends. And so I hope you really relish in that validation and keep on.
I was so humbled. I was just brought to tears that everybody would pitch in like that. And then the moment our doors opened, the phone would not stop. I mean, the phone did not stop ringing, and we're still totally busy. So
such good news.
We're not going anywhere.
Okay, but not only that, but you have more going on top of that. You also have a event company that you do promotions for large events.
The Inventor. Yeah, that's been 4 years now, and obviously nothing's happened the past year, but that stemmed from Rivertown Revival, which I was kind of invited in to do the first year, just to run the kids area, the kids area. I'm like, yeah, I can do that.
Which is all volunteer, by the way. It's all volunteer.
It was total volunteer.
Yeah,
And I had never done an event before, but the moment I started, it was like, oh, I dig this. I can do this. It was like one of those hidden talents, I guess,
yeah.
I had that just came out because I was asked to do it. And I said, okay. So yeah, I just ran the kids area. Then the following years, I became the art director for the whole place.
That's great.
So, and that's how I met you.
Yes,
The
that's
first year I was there was one of your last years. We
Mm,
only got to work together a little bit, but I really enjoyed it and appreciated you there.
Such a fun event. Such a
So
great event.
what
And
kind of events are you doing in Eventer?
well, after that, I had started an event called the Sonoma County Home Brewers Competition, letting all the home brewers of Sonoma County and beyond come down and show off their
Yeah,
creations, show off their beer. We got people coming from Oregon, Washington. I mean, it was an open invitation. Didn't know how it was going to go,
right.
but every year we were packed with
And that was a really fun event.
totally
There
fun.
was a lot more going on. I mean, the people that you attracted were really fastidious about their beer and their techniques, and just a really high quality event.
Oh
I
yeah.
super enjoyed it. Actually, my husband and I both enjoyed it a lot, even though we don't brew beer and he doesn't even drink. He had a great time, but I drank his share, so it's okay.
Yeah, no, beer brewers, or as they're totally called beer geeks, and
Beer
they
geeks.
admit it, are
Yeah,
so passionate about their recipes and bringing it to the public and wanting to share it
yeah,
with people.
yeah.
And then we had celebrity judges come in, and then 101 North Brewery made the winning brew, which
Yeah,
just working with people on that caliber,
so
like
good.
101 North Brewers, and being just like a beer maker in your garage, and they got to come work with them and make their recipe was, just worth the price of anything. They
And
loved
what
it.
an awesome, yeah, such an awesome opportunity for just home brewers.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
See if that doesn't come back again. I don't know. It's a
yeah, we'll
weird time
see.
right now.
We'll see what happens. I have a feeling that as soon as we get back to doing events, you're going to be pretty busy all around. And I
Yeah.
can't wait to see.
I like to be asked to help out with like the nonprofit events in town, which
Yeah,
is what I like doing, especially through the Petaluma Downtown Association, through Lagunitas. We did a lot of fundraisers through them. And then as part as Lions and Tigers and Hair, I always, any nonprofit that has to do with kids or community, they walk in my door and ask for donations, and it's a given. So that's
that's
another way I've
awesome.
been able to do it through, COVID and everything else, is just to donate
So
hair.
awesome.
Why
So
not?
generous, of time and resources.
Eh.
So did you always know, I mean, do you always have like this idea that you wanted to be a business owner, entrepreneur?
Kinda. Well, my first business was a helping hand. I think I was 15. And I had business cards made, and I just wanted to make money. I was an only child of a single mom who had to work, and she was probably my mentor, my reason for everything that I do. I saw how hard she worked, and
Yeah,
it's like, women can do this. And this was back in the 60s when,
wasn't easy.
single moms was kind of like not looked up on, and she had a tough time even buying a house,
Yeah.
opening up
Yeah,
a
because you needed a
account.
husband's signature
Yeah,
still.
like crazy stuff like that I didn't learn till later. I mean, she was a freaking rock star, man, back then. And so I owned a little business when I was a kid, and then went, through high school, junior college, trying to figure it out, to beauty school. Then I went to FIDM and got my business degree. And it just kind of all started that, I got management. But I really think Rivertown Revival, as far as doing events, was like my kickoff.
Your kickoff.
Opening up Lions and Tigers, I had worked for another company in Marin, and I was doing everything there. And I said, why am I working for someone else? I can do this myself.
Oh, brilliant.
And it just really was seriously second nature. It just it
So
just kind of
interesting.
came to me. I don't have any magic words or like things that happen. It just
Yeah.
was a part of me, I guess.
Well, I think that speaks a little bit to your authenticity too, about, being present to those things that really work. And you can hear the vibration when it calls you. You you
Yeah.
you go in the flow, and it's not a struggle, it's not a fight necessarily, even though it's not easy. I definitely see you taking a lot in stride, but trusting yourself.
Yeah. It's, I guess what you call the strong woman theory.
Yes.
But I learned from
Yeah.
the best, learned from my mama, man. It's,
Yeah.
my dad was an entrepreneur, so it's in the blood.
I see. That makes sense. So what's your goal? Like, what if you had the ultimate thing you could do, what would that be? Tell me.
Oh gosh. Well, I have had a taste of retirement this past year. That's looking pretty cool.
Okay, but honestly, I can't see you doing nothing in
I know.
retirement.
Yeah.
What would you like to do in retirement?
I
How
mean,
about
on a
that?
personal level, it's always been my dream to buy one of those converted Vanagons and travel the states, travel the continental. I want to go
Oh,
to every state. I want to see every little town. I want to go to all those weird, like, biggest ball of yarn, or all the Cadillacs
interesting.
that are buried upside down, and
Uh-huh.
all the the Mount Rushmore. I've never seen Mount Rushmore. I've
Yeah.
never seen the Grand Canyon. Things like that. I want to just travel. I want to see it. I want to experience it. I want to go to small towns. I want to experience the people there. I want to do that.
That's very interesting. I could see you doing that.
Or
I
to
could.
have another business, my own sort of thrift emporium, because
Interesting. Yeah.
thrifting is my
Mhm.
passion, and finding those golden nuggets of, for like hardly anything that's
Yeah.
trash to somebody else that I can recreate and make art or make useful again. That's another one of my passion. Love.
And
Love.
that's also a big part of Rivertown Revival.
Oh
And it's
yeah.
also a big part of eventing. Like, in
Yes.
order to put on a unique event, you have to have unique event props.
Yes. I have.
And you don't find those in like a manufactured facility.
No,
You
you
have
don't go
to,
on Amazon.com for that kind of
no,
stuff.
urban
You
ore,
have to
here we
know how
come.
to dig and thrift. I am like the procurement specialist now.
Yeah.
I can find
Interesting.
anything
Good,
cheap.
good to know.
Just
I want
totally.
to acknowledge also that not only are you a dual business owner and active in your community, but you're also a mom to an awesome kid.
My boy.
Yeah, and you make the right amount of time for everything. How do you find the balance?
You just do it. How do you find a
What's
balance?
what is the mindset
It's hard.
behind it?
I
Yeah,
don't think it's hard. I just
you
don't.
don't.
I mean, my son Anthony is amazing.
But he's
Um,
grown. Let's
he's
also
grown. He's
clarify. He's
29.
grown.
He's
Yeah.
grown. He's with a fabulous woman, and I just adore him. It's, yeah, again, my mom, my mentor.
Yeah.
She showed me how it was done.
As far as the business side of things, what are your best tools that you've acquired along the way, or experience, or team that you think is just you couldn't do without?
Definitely the people that helped me. Um, my coworkers. I couldn't run the business by myself, or I
Yeah.
could, but it wouldn't be as fun. It all comes down to fun, really. All my events, all my friends step up to the plate. They're all there to help and volunteer.
Yeah.
At work, the people that work with me are amazing. They do their job. They love their job.
So what
Um,
makes you think everything can be fun or should be fun?
you make it fun because that's life. If you're not loving where you work, find another job. If you're not
Yeah.
loving the community you're in, move. If you're not enjoying the company of the friends that you're with, you got to get some new friends.
You make it sound so easy. Really. You do, but I think you have a unique strength that of this kind of self-awareness, perhaps, that you're
Maybe.
not going to lose anything by going for something better, something that suits you more, something that works better in your life.
Honestly, I feel like a lot of it just kind of comes naturally, or I'm doing something I don't even realize
For
I'm
you. Yeah,
doing it.
exactly.
I don't
It
know.
comes yeah, it comes naturally for you. That's why I'm so like, inspired, to ask you these questions because it doesn't come naturally for everybody. Some people really have to work at that. And I just want to elevate that it's possible and it's not difficult. Just listen to Chris.
Yeah. Well, and it's always, always be in touch with that inner child. I always say, I'm just a little girl in a woman's body.
But you're not childish.
I'm not childish. I
You're
have my
very
mature side.
responsible, right?
Yes.
But
I have my mature side. I can be serious. But my inner soul is
Yeah.
just a fun little girl.
Yeah, I love that about you.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing that. So one more quick question on the boss lady business, because you are a badass boss lady on
Oh,
so
thank you
many
so
levels. Or what makes you a badass boss lady? Like for somebody working for you.
It's my integrity. It's my work ethics. What makes me a badass? I would have never said that, but now that you bring it up, it's like, okay, I can be a badass.
Yes, you are. It is those things. It is your integrity
your
and
inner self. And it's like, go back to my Catholic school upbringing, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Be that great person, because then you have great coming back at you. Be that great friend. You've got great friends coming back at you. Be that great worker, be that great company, give back, and it gets back to you.
And
So
it
if
does, and
that's badass, then so be it, but I love my job. I love my life.
Yeah.
I don't know how to make it any more simpler than that.
It's great. I think you give, a lot to think about and to talk about and to hold, a really just a good come from place. And I super appreciate it. And I want to tell you once again how much I honor you and cherish you. And I'm so grateful to know you.
Oh,
You
well,
are
back at you, baby. Back at you. You're a badass. You're a soul rock badass. You need to interview yourself. Dear
Thank you.
Lord.
Thank you very much. Okay, well, I'm going to say goodbye for now, but I really super appreciate you being here and letting me just elevate your awesomeness.
Oh, thank you. My God.
Thank you for tuning into this BABL story. Remember to elevate those badass boss ladies in your life. Share your own badass boss lady story using the hashtag BABL, BABL. Badass boss